he is forced to admit that he just made this up and actually has no evidence for these, pretty inflammatory and extraordinary claims that he just casually put out there. Let's take a listen to his original comments and also the pushback that he received, the admission he had to make.
They continue to hold women hostages. The fact that they continue to hold children hostages, the fact that it seems one of the reasons they don't want to turn women over that they've been holding hostage, and the reason this pause fell apart, is they don't want those women to be able to talk about what happened to them during their time in custody.
The fact that it seems, is this
just
conjecture on your part, or do you know? Do you have very good reason to believe, evidence to believe that Hamas is deliberately continuing to hold on to female hostages because they're concerned that they will speak about atrocities that they were subjected to?
So I will accept the edit, not fact, seems is a better way to say it, but let me answer the question. I won't say fact because I don't know it for a fact.
Okay, but when you say a number of people believe,
let me just say
people in the U.S. government.
Let me just finish my answer. We have seen Hamas commit all kinds of atrocities.
Look,
I'm
a little bit concerned. You're trying to. I am not suggesting that these things did not happen, and I am not suggesting that what you suggest is their reason for not releasing the remaining female hostages is wrong. I just want to know.
I just want to be very sensitive in my language.
Any evidence to suggest that is what it is, or is it just?
I want to be very sensitive in my language when talking about people that continue to be held hostage, that have families on the outside. What I will say is we know Hamas has committed atrocities. We know they continue to hold women. Yeah. They were going to release these women, and then suddenly at the last point reneged on the deal and were never able to provide a credible reason why. We hope that they will change their mind and release those women.
So, but you don't know though for certain that the or a reason for them reneging on the deal and not releasing them is because they're worried about them speaking about.
So I'm not able to speak with a definitive assessment that is the case.
So this was pure conjecture, just floated. And let's be clear what he's honestly floating here. He's basically implying that these women are raped. They were raped by Hamas, and that's why they're being held back, because Hamas doesn't want them to come out and tell the world what happened. He floats this and has to admit that there's no evidence to back it up. Now, that's not before, though. There are, the original comments saying it seems this is what happened, picked up by any number of members of the press and, tweeted
the Israeli
out
government too. Yeah.
And spread like wildfire, and the Israeli government, before he then has to walk it back. And this is disgraceful on any number of levels. I mean, first of all, there should be some expectation that U.S. government officials, when they say something from the podium like that it is based in some sort of evidence, fact, and reality, not just speculating for the sake of speculating. So that's number one. Number two, and Matt Miller himself sort of alludes to this, imagine you're one of the families of these women and you hear a U.S. government official implying that your mom, your sister, your aunt, your grandma has been raped, and that's why she's being still held by Hamas. Imagine that. Just imagine that. And then he has to admit, no, I just made that up effectively. It's disgusting, and you can never imagine them doing this in the other direction of just sort of casually, maybe the IDF raped this woman. Do I have any proof? No, I don't have any proof, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it from the podium as State Department spokesperson.
That's the key. Look, I mean,